hello everybody, and welcome to the IV. The vibes out here are going crazy. We're going in. Tricked you there for a second, and I didn't remember the intro, but if you guys want to go ahead and hop over to the community post that is just now posted after you watch this video right now, or any time of the day, there will be a Q&A video coming up, and I want you guys to go comment your questions in that community post. There's a lot more of you guys now since I did the last one, so to keep you guys updated with the new subscribers, the same questions, whatever, I want to keep answering those on a kind of like a regular basis. Post like a Q&A every couple months so that the new people can kind of get to know me just like the people who are watching this right now. So you guys have been doing absolutely awesome here recently. I'm sorry for the little hold up I had this week. I had to work my booty cheeks off this whole week, work 11-hour days, man. It's not fun, let me tell you, man. Blue collar is not for everybody. I'm telling you right now, man. But other than that, I actually recently watched the 2018 film Waves. That's actually leaving Netflix here soon, so before we get into spoilers or anything like that, go ahead and hop over and watch that mug on Netflix. This is a 10 out of 10 A24 movie. As you guys know from previous movie reviews, which actually used to be Movie Review Wednesday, which I've kind of just slowed down on watching movies. Wasn't watching enough movies to keep that going, so this is just another movie review. But so Waves, I was able to watch a couple weeks ago, and then I rewatched it here last Sunday. So I've watched it twice, and each time it's impacted me a little bit differently. So you follow the life of Tyler Williams. Now, Tyler Williams is a wrestler. You kind of don't know what exactly causes this shoulder tear, but he's basically dealing with a shoulder tear. It progressively gets worse throughout the movie, throughout his season as a wrestler. He's like basically one of the best at his school, I guess, and he's gonna be going on to go to the get a full ride scholarship, so that's what he's rooting for. His dad works for a construction company that his stepmom owns. Now, later on in the movie, towards the halfway point where the crash out happens, if you know, you know, but you kind of come to find out that Tyler's mom passed away. So this lady that he's been calling mom, who everyone else has been calling mom, or Tyler's mom, you find out it's actually not his real mom, like an hour and 30 minutes into the film. So but Tyler Williams is dating a girl named Alexis Lopez. Now, he knocks up Alexis Lopez, and Alexis and him agree to go to the abortion clinic to get an abortion really early on in the relationship, and she doesn't want to get the abortion. Tyler flips out, and Tyler's shoulder injury has gotten so bad that he can't wrestle anymore. So like basically his scholarship hopes and dreams have just gone down into the dumpster fire that is happening around him. And so he kind of turns to partying and all that. And after Alexis said that she would not go through with the abortion, Tyler flipped out and like basically was just watching his whole future kind of fade into the past, because like you go from being an all-pro, all-star athlete to getting a shoulder injury that you'll never fully recover from and knocking up your girlfriend. I think that right there, it seems pretty life-ending for most teenagers, because technically he's a teenager in the film. So he turns to the party lifestyle. He's smoking, drinking and driving, and I guess one night he had enough of it. He's also off painkillers, his father's painkillers, and then eventually turns into his own painkillers, and he's abusing it. He wants to get better as fast as possible. His father is pushing him to get better, so he wants to get better. Now, what this ended up doing for Tyler was mixing basically heroin, vodka, flips out. He wants Alexis back after his meltdown about the abortion thing. It's either prom or home guy. I forgot what fling this was, whatever dance this was. He goes to the after party, and this is where he kind of follows Alexis around the house. He sees her walk upstairs with a guy who he's thinking that she's trying to hook up with. Turns out it's her friend who's been gay since day one, and she's upset that he didn't even know that because she's been with him for so long and he never even took the chance to get to know the friends that's been hanging around them and this and that. And basically the argument escalates to where things get physical. She slaps him, glass is broken, Tyler punches Alexis, and Tyler punches Alexis, and Alexis falls face first into the concrete in the garage. And later on you find out, like I think 15 minutes later, you find out that she passed away, but Tyler decides to run away, and Tyler doesn't make the smart decision by running away, because if he would have just stayed, I think his sentence would have been a lot better. Obviously, domestic violence is never, like, that's just uncalled for. You should never beat on a woman or do anything because you are angry and upset. Or even, your spouse, your partner, whoever it may be. I don't condone that at all. But what I'm saying is, like, if you were, like, even hit and runs, man, like, if you hit somebody with your car, you punch somebody, even if it was out of spite, you stay at the scene until authorities show up. It kind of shows you that you are willing to cooperate and that you know that you did something wrong. It shows the court, hey, I messed up. I don't want to ever do that again. I'm so sorry. So, he didn't do that. He ran, trying to run away. The cops got up to him, got him. And you don't really see much from Tyler anymore after that, other than a couple of scenes where he's in prison and in court. So the movie follows along with his little sister. Now, I don't know if I necessarily remember his little sister's name, but she looks just like Jenna Ortega. Like, I could not get that out of my head. The second I saw her in the beginning of the movie, I was like, dude, that's Jenna Ortega. It's just a mix. Jenna Ortega. I was like flabbergasted how much these two look alike. But she basically, the movie is called Waves because from what emotions Tyler was feeling and what he acted on that night actually moved on and into his sister, and his sister felt like it was her fault that she didn't stop it. She didn't work with Tyler to be better and this and that. And the waves of emotion just kept, going up and down. The marriage of Tyler's parents, stepmom and dad, fall apart. His little sister's losing her mind because she blames herself. Obviously Tyler's in prison, but good thing is that Tyler's little sister falls in love and basically kind of has the opposite love story that Tyler had. They actually fall in love, have a really good relationship, they're nice to each other, and it's actually a guy from the wrestling team, so he already knew the story about what happened, and things kind of go well, but the regret that she had of never getting to say goodbye to her brother before he went to prison or stopping him is the same regret, I think, that she's crying about whenever her boyfriend is holding her dying dad on his deathbed, because you see her kind of tear up and then walk out and then cry in the elevator. So I think that's what that was like that regret. So I will say the first time watching this film, I about cried because of the depressed feeling that you feel. I resonate with Tyler's sister boyfriend because I've held many family members on their deathbed, so that part kind of broke me, like watching them being like, hey, you're gonna go to a better place, just let go, don't even fight anymore, it's not worth it. And but then you watch it and you put yourself in the shoes of Tyler, like you feel so bad, like you understand the pressure he was under, what he was feeling. You get emotionally attached, but then at the same time you feel so bad for Alexis and what happened and all that. It's just like the movie was built off of the name it's just waves of emotion. So 10 out of 10, guys. Go watch this film, A24. You'll forever have my heart, and the best production company of our era of the 21st century. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you that A24 puts out some amazing art films, some amazing films that you've ever even watched, and one of my favorite actresses, Florence Pugh, has actually been a part of majority of those films. But yeah, man, anything A24 is, I always feel like if I'm gonna go watch, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10. The only movie I'll say that A24 put out that I'm not big on is the Civil War, regardless of if that's like the closest thing to what would happen in, in a Civil War nowadays. But this story was cool. I kind of understood what they were going for, but it was just missing a lot of key pieces, not a lot of action that they were kind of like putting out in the trailer. So anyway, it's not about that movie, but yeah, man, Waves will just have you literally like waves, man, up and down the whole freaking time. Absolutely love the film. It left an impact on me, and it'll probably leave an impact on you, or already did. It's a really cool movie. The cinematography's awesome, the lighting's awesome, the soundtrack put this thing all together. It literally has a soundtrack of, I think, 13 songs total. Now, you look at like a big film, like a Marvel movie, where there's freaking 55 songs to 25 songs. Like, there's massive soundtracks to put these things together, and A24 got it beautifully done with 13. I think that's just awesome, and the song selection was just, it was just there, man. You had Kanye West, Kid Cudi, Frank Ocean. I was like blanking out there for a second. You had some really good songs on the film, but other than that, man, go watch this thing before it's 40 ounce bounce out of Netflix. But other than that, guys, that was the Waves movie review, and I'll be back again for another movie review very soon after I watch the movie Twisters tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.